13 signs of fake love that you need to know. Not all love is what it seems, some can leave you broken instead of whole. We often think of love as a beautiful, all-encompassing force that brings joy and fulfillment. However, not all love is genuine. Some relationships, masked as love, can be deeply damaging. These toxic connections can be subtle, making it difficult to see the warning signs until it's too late. Understanding and recognizing these 13 signs of fake love is crucial to protecting your heart and emotional well-being. By being aware, you can safeguard yourself and ensure that the love you experience is real and true. Sign number 1, over-the-top flattery lacking substance. In the beginning, everything feels perfect. Compliments flow effortlessly, and it seems like this person is captivated by you. They shower you with praise, calling you the most amazing person they've ever met, or telling you that you're unlike anyone else. At first, these words might make you feel special, almost as if you found someone who truly sees you. But as time goes on, the compliments start to feel hollow. They don't speak to your actual qualities, instead, they sound rehearsed, exaggerated, and impersonal. Fake love often begins this way, with over-the-top flattery that seems too good to be true. The intention behind these compliments isn't to genuinely appreciate you, but to create an illusion of closeness. By saying all the right things, they hope to make you believe that they care deeply, drawing you in emotionally. However, the lack of specificity and the repetitive nature of their praise is a red flag. When someone truly cares about you, their compliments are rooted in the things that make you unique, not just surface-level praise. This kind of flattery also builds false trust. You may find yourself letting your guard down, convinced that this person sees you for who you really are. However, once the flattery fades, you may realize there's little substance behind their words. The lack of true connection leaves you wondering if they ever really knew you at all. True love is grounded in deep appreciation and understanding. Fake love, on the other hand, relies on empty words to cover up a lack of genuine affection. Sign number 2, avoidance of personal or vulnerable topics. One of the most telling signs of fake love is when the person avoids talking about anything personal or vulnerable. Conversations tend to stay on the surface, revolving around everyday topics like the weather, entertainment, or casual observations. Yet, when it comes to deeper discussions, like their past, their emotions, or the things they struggle with, their response is always vague or dismissive. They might brush off your attempts to understand them more deeply or even steer the conversation away from anything that involves their true feelings. This avoidance of personal topics isn't a small issue. It signals that the person is keeping a part of themselves hidden from you, and that's a barrier to emotional intimacy. When someone avoids being vulnerable with you, it prevents you from connecting on a deeper level. It's a way of keeping the relationship shallow, without any real emotional exchange. You might notice this behavior during key moments when emotional support is needed. For example, when you share something personal or tough you've been through, they may respond with indifference or change the subject completely. It may leave you feeling unsupported or isolated, as if you're the only one putting effort into building a genuine connection. This lack of emotional sharing creates an imbalance, where you're left emotionally invested, but they remain closed off. In a healthy relationship, vulnerability fosters trust and strengthens the bond. Genuine love is about being open with each other, sharing fears, dreams, and even insecurities. Fake love, however, keeps things locked away, preventing real closeness from developing. When you recognize this pattern, it's an important sign that the love you're experiencing might not be as real as it seems. Sign number 3, inconsistency in words and actions. In any relationship, consistency is key. When someone truly cares, their words and actions align. However, with fake love, the opposite is often true. They may speak the most loving words, promising to always be there for you, yet their actions tell a different story. They may say they'll support you, but when you need them the most, they're nowhere to be found. Or they might tell you how much they care, but their behavior suggests otherwise, being distant, unavailable, or unresponsive when you reach out. This inconsistency is confusing. One moment, they're telling you how important you are, but the next, their actions show that they're not prioritizing you at all. You may find yourself wondering if they really mean what they say, or if their words are just empty gestures to keep you emotionally invested. Over time, this confusion builds up, and the trust you once had starts to fade. In a healthy relationship, actions and words are in harmony. When someone says they love you or care for you, their behavior backs up those words. They make an effort to show their commitment, to be there in both small and big ways. But with fake love, the gap between what they say and what they do is vast. This inconsistency can wear you down emotionally, leaving you uncertain and anxious, questioning the authenticity of the relationship. True love isn't just about sweet words, it's about following through and showing up. When words and actions don't align, it's a clear sign that something is off, and it's time to reassess the relationship. Fake love thrives on deception, while genuine love is built on trust, where actions and words are always in sync. Sign number 4, subtle attempts to isolate from loved ones. At first, it might seem innocent, a request for more time together, just the two of you. It feels flattering, even thoughtful, as they want to build a closer bond. However, over time, this desire for alone time shifts into something more controlling. They begin discouraging you from spending time with friends or family, subtly suggesting that they don't need anyone else but you. They might make comments like, "Why do you always hang out with them? I'm right here," or, "I just want to be with you, we don't need anyone else." This gradual attempt to isolate you is a form of manipulation. They may not outright demand that you cut ties with loved ones, but they subtly influence your decisions, making you feel guilty for wanting to spend time with others. As this pattern continues, you may find yourself withdrawing from the people who care about you, and your world becomes smaller, revolving only around them. What begins as a desire for more intimacy quickly escalates into controlling behavior. The isolation limits your outside perspectives and makes you more dependent on them for emotional support. Without the influence of family and friends, you may find yourself more vulnerable to their manipulation, unsure of where to turn when things feel off. Genuine love encourages balance and healthy boundaries. A partner who truly cares about you will support your relationships with others, understanding that personal connections are an important part of who you are. Fake love, however, seeks to create dependency by cutting off the people who might challenge or question their behavior. Sign number 5, gaslighting to undermine your confidence. Gaslighting is a form of emotional manipulation where the person makes you question your reality or perceptions. It's a tactic often used in fake love to control and undermine your confidence. It might start with small comments like, "You're being too sensitive," or, "That never happened, you're imagining it." Over time, these remarks chip away at your sense of self and make you second-guess everything, from your thoughts to your memories. The intention behind gaslighting is to make you doubt yourself so much that you lose your ability to trust your instincts. You may begin to feel confused, as if you're always the one at fault, even when you're not. This creates an emotional whirlwind where you can't differentiate between what's real and what's been manipulated. It's like being in a constant state of emotional turmoil, unsure of where you stand or what is true. Gaslighting leaves you questioning your worth and your perception of events. You might even apologize for things that weren't your fault, simply because you've been made to feel like you're always the problem. This erodes your self-esteem over time, causing emotional distress and anxiety. In a loving relationship, both partners support each other's emotions and help validate their experiences. True love doesn't make you feel crazy or small, it encourages open communication and mutual respect. Fake love, however, thrives on confusion and control, using gaslighting as a weapon to manipulate and weaken you emotionally. Sign number 6, evasive behavior or disappearing without explanation. One moment they're present, engaging with you and showing affection, the next, they've disappeared without a word. It's as if they vanish into thin air, leaving you to wonder where they went and why they're suddenly distant. When they return, their excuses are vague or unconvincing, often leaving you feeling unsatisfied and unsettled. "I was busy, I needed some space," or "I didn't think it was a big deal," are just some of the reasons they may give, none of which provide any real clarity. This inconsistency creates a sense of instability in the relationship. You never know when they might pull away again, leaving you anxious and uncertain. It's difficult to build trust or emotional security when someone's behavior is unpredictable. You may find yourself constantly trying to figure out where you stand, but they avoid offering any real answers, keeping you in the dark. Such behavior makes it hard to trust their intentions. If they genuinely cared, they would communicate openly and make an effort to maintain the connection, even during tough times. But when they regularly disappear without explanation, it suggests a lack of commitment or respect. Genuine love thrives on communication and emotional availability. It's about being there for each other, even during times when you need space or are facing challenges. In fake love, however, disappearing without explanation is a way to avoid real engagement and keep you uncertain, emotionally vulnerable, and reliant on them for validation. Sign number 7, manipulation through guilt or pity. In fake love, manipulation often takes the form of guilt or pity. Instead of supporting each other in a healthy, balanced way, the person uses your compassion against you. They may often say things like, "If you really cared about me, you'd do this for me," or "I'm so lonely, and you're the only one who can make me feel better." These comments aren't expressions of genuine emotion, they're tactics to make you feel responsible for their well-being. Over time, you may find yourself walking on eggshells, trying to avoid conflict or disappointment, because you feel obligated to meet their emotional needs. They will subtly remind you of how much they need you, playing on your natural desire to help and care for those you love. Their behavior creates an emotional burden, making you feel as though their happiness and stability depend entirely on you. This manipulation isn't always obvious at first. It may start with small requests for support or sympathy, but over time, the demands can escalate. They may guilt-trip you into canceling plans or neglecting your own needs in favor of theirs. You begin to feel like their emotional caretaker, even if you're not in a place to provide that kind of support. The constant pressure can be exhausting, and it becomes clear that they are taking more than they are giving. In a healthy relationship, both partners offer mutual support without demanding it or using emotional manipulation. Genuine love means caring for each other's needs, but never making one person feel solely responsible for the other's emotional state. Fake love thrives on creating a power imbalance, where one partner manipulates the other into meeting their emotional demands without reciprocating. Sign number 8, over-controlling or overly possessive tendencies. One of the key signs of fake love is over-controlling behavior, often masked as caring or protectiveness. In this kind of dynamic, the person may start dictating where you go, who you spend time with, or even what you do with your day. At first, it might seem like they're just looking out for you, but as time goes on, it becomes clear that their need to control every aspect of your life is about power, not love. They may frequently question you about your whereabouts, whom you're with, or even express jealousy when you interact with others. "Why were you out so late? Who was that person you were talking to?" might become common phrases, and you might feel constantly scrutinized. They might insist on joining you wherever you go, not out of a genuine desire to spend time together, but to ensure you're never away from their watchful eye. Over time, this possessive behavior begins to feel suffocating. What starts as small gestures of concern slowly grows into controlling demands, making you feel like you have no space to breathe. They may use phrases like, "I just care about you," to justify their actions, but this is really about maintaining control over you and keeping you dependent on them. In a healthy relationship, both partners respect each other's autonomy and trust one another to make their own choices. Genuine love is about encouraging independence and supporting each other's personal growth. Fake love, however, seeks to dominate and restrict freedom. It thrives on control, and over time, this can diminish your sense of self and emotional well-being. Sign number 9, lack of genuine interest in your life or goals. In a healthy relationship, partners take an active interest in each other's lives, ambitions, and passions. They ask questions about your goals, dreams, and the things that excite you, and they genuinely want to see you succeed. However, in a relationship marked by fake love, this interest is often absent. Instead of encouraging your personal growth, the person shows little curiosity or support for what matters most to you. Conversations tend to revolve around their needs and desires, leaving you feeling like an afterthought. When you share your dreams or discuss something that excites you, they may seem distracted, uninterested, or quick to change the topic. It's as if your goals don't matter, and their focus remains entirely on themselves. You might find yourself constantly having to adapt your life around their needs, while they make no effort to understand or support yours. For example, when you talk about a project or goal you're working on, they may offer no encouragement or even dismiss it as unimportant. The emotional energy they give you is minimal, and you're left feeling neglected, as though your ambitions don't hold any value to them. Genuine love, on the other hand, celebrates each partner's growth and dreams. It's about supporting each other in reaching personal milestones and providing encouragement during tough times. But fake love thrives on self-centeredness, where the focus is always on one person's wants, leaving the other person feeling unseen and unimportant. If your partner consistently shows little interest in your passions or goals, it's a clear indication that their feelings might not be as genuine as they seem. Genuine love is about mutual support, where both people are equally invested in each other's success. Sign number 10, avoidance of long-term commitments. In a genuine, loving relationship, discussions about the future are natural. Couples plan for long-term goals, whether it's moving in together, marriage, or building a life side by side. However, when fake love is at play, the person often resists making any concrete plans for the future. They avoid conversations about where the relationship is heading, leaving you in a state of uncertainty. When you bring up topics like moving in together, marriage, or any form of long-term commitment, they may become defensive, uncomfortable, or even change the subject. They might make excuses like, "I'm not ready for that right now, let's just enjoy the present," or "I don't want to rush things." This avoidance of serious discussions indicates a lack of interest in building a future with you. This behavior can leave you feeling confused and frustrated. You might wonder if they truly see a future together or if they're just passing time. Over time, you may start questioning whether they're genuinely invested in the relationship or simply enjoying the present without any plans to deepen the commitment. A person who avoids long-term commitments is likely not emotionally invested in the relationship. They may enjoy the benefits of companionship but have no intention of making you a permanent part of their life. It's a sign that their feelings might not be as deep as they initially seemed, and they may be keeping their options open. In genuine love, both partners are eager to talk about the future and make plans together. They see each other as integral to their long-term happiness and are willing to take steps toward a committed life together. In fake love, the lack of commitment is a warning sign that their interest may not be as sincere or lasting as it appears. In any relationship, true love is about mutual respect, trust, and growth. It builds you up, making you feel supported, valued, and safe. Fake love, on the other hand, tears down these foundations, leaving you emotionally drained and unfulfilled. Recognizing the signs of fake love is crucial to protecting your heart and well-being. Don't ignore the red flags, and never settle for anything less than a genuine connection that nourishes and uplifts you. Learn these signs, trust yourself, and never settle for less than genuine love.